Okay, we're live. The meeting is yours, Mr. Mayor. Let me know if there's anything I can help with.
You got it. Thanks, Rob. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the regular city council meeting scheduled for today, which is Tuesday, May 11th, 2021. It's a virtual Zoom meeting. If we could all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic
to which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible, with
with
liberty
liberty
and
and
justice
justice
For all.
for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mayor Beagle,
I'm here attending virtually tonight from Wixom, City of Wixom, State of Michigan, County of Oakland.
Deputy Mayor Resnick,
present, attending virtually from City of Wixom, Oakland County, Michigan.
Councilmember Behrman,
Present, City of Wixom, County of Oakland, Michigan.
Councilmember Gotchall,
Present, attending virtually in Wixom, Oakland County, Michigan.
Councilmember Grunland Fox,
Present, attending virtually from Wixom, Michigan, County of Oakland.
Councilmember Sharp,
Present, attending from my home in Wixom, Michigan, Oakland County.
Councilmember Smiley is excused this evening. Quorum present.
Thank you. Changes or additions to the agenda tonight is presented. City Manager Brown, do you have any?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to add a report recommending approval of an energy choice agreement through the RRMMA. And that's the only item that I had as a change, sir.
All right, we'll add that to new business number 6. Any from the dais? All right, seeing none. Next up is the approval of minutes. We've got 2 sets of minutes to approve tonight. The first is the budget study session of April 20th, 2021. Do I have a motion?
So
Move
moved.
to approve.
Support.
Support.
Any discussion? All right, seeing none, I've got a motion and a second to approve the budget study session minutes of April 20th, 2021. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Gotchall,
Yes.
Councilmember Grunland Fox,
Yes.
Councilmember Sharp,
Aye.
Mayor Beagle,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Resnick,
Aye.
Councilmember Behrman,
Yes.
6 yes.
Thank you. And the second set of minutes to be approved tonight are from the regular city council meeting of April 27th, 2021. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Support.
Any questions, corrections, comments? All right, seeing none, and I got a motion and a second to approve the minutes of the regular city council meeting of April 27th, 2021. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Grunland Fox,
Yes.
Councilmember Sharp,
Aye.
Mayor Beagle,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Resnick,
Aye.
Councilmember Behrman,
Yes.
Councilmember Gotchall,
Yes.
6 yes.
Thank you. We have one item of correspondence tonight, and that's a notice of hearing for the electric customers of DTE Electric Company, case number U-20528. And next up is the first call to the public. The rules for the call to the public are as follows. The public shall address the council during the call to the public, which shall be included on the agenda immediately after correspondence and again immediately after new business. First call to the public immediately after new business. After correspondence shall be limited to agenda items only. A person shall not address the council in excess of 5 minutes unless the time is extended by a majority vote of the council present. Persons to wishing to address the council shall identify themselves and their place of residence and shall state their reasoning for addressing the council. All comments by the public shall be made directly to the council. And the procedure for a public comment by electronic means is once connected to the meeting, members of the public wishing to participate in the virtual public comment must alert us that they wish to speak by pressing *9 on their telephone keypad. By pressing *9, it'll activate the raised hand feature, signaling to us that you wish to comment. Participants will be called on one at a time, as would happen during an in-person meeting. When you are unmuted, please introduce yourself by stating your name and address for the record. You will then have 5 minutes to share your comments with the city council. Do we have anybody for the first call to the public?
A reminder, press *9 on your telephone to raise your hand. Press *9. We'll give it just a moment to see if anybody raises their hand. We'll give it just another moment. No one has raised their hand yet. Just another moment. No one has raised their hand.
All right, I'm going to close the first call to the public then and move on to city managers' reports. We have 2 tonight. The first up is the fire monthly report for March 2021. Any questions for Chief Roberts? Come on, we can't let him off easy all the time. All right, seeing none, we'll move on to the police monthly reports of March 2021. Any questions for this report for Public Safety Director Moore? Wow. All right. Very good. Moving on to the consent agenda. All items under the consent agenda are considered routine by City Council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member so requests, in which event the items will be removed from the consent agenda and added to the regular agenda at the end of unfinished or new business. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Thank you. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Sharp,
Aye.
Mayor Beagle,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Resnick,
Aye.
Councilmember Behrman,
Yes.
Councilmember Gotchall,
Yes.
Councilmember Grunland Fox,
Yes.
6 yes.
Thank you. We have no unfinished business tonight, so we'll move on to new business item number 1, which is a recommendation to confirm the mayor's appointments of Carissa Sturlow and Russell Meredith to the Downtown Development Authority with terms to expire June 30th, 2021 and June 30th, 2024 respectively. Peggy Van Sickle to the Parks and Rec Commission with a term to expire June 30th, 2022. And James Hutchins as an alternate to the Zoning Board of Appeals with a term of to expire June 30th, 2021. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Very good, thank you. I can't tell, but if any of these 4 people are on at this meeting tonight attending, can you do the *9 and raise your hand and we'll call you and let you give a brief introduction of yourself?
Call-in user 1 has raised their hand. Go ahead and press *6 to unmute yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Your Honor. This is Russ Meredith, 378 Fletcher. I just wanted to thank the mayor and city council for supporting my application to join the DDA. My wife Roberta and I moved in here just about 4 years ago on the 30th of June, 17, and we really love the city. As you've known earlier, we plan on staying here forever. So we recently bought the first of the condos available at the crematorium. We've got the penthouse overlooking the place. I've got a master's in public policy from University of Michigan from 1980. So yes, I am old, even though you can't see me. And just looking forward to see if I can do something to help the city.
Well, thanks for stepping up, and we're looking forward to your expertise and helping out on the DDA.
Thank you.
Do we have anybody else?
Reminder, *9 to raise your hand. No one else has raised their hand.
All right, very good. So I've got a motion and a second to approve the recommendation to confirm the mayor's appointments of Carissa.
Question.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Or more question/comment. I noticed on all the volunteer applications, some look like they came in online and one written, but none of them have addresses filled out. And I was just wondering if that was because we were whiting them out or because we're not requiring them as a part of the application.
We did white those out in the clerk's office, but we do have them on file.
Okay, I guess the online ones ask the question of resident of Wixom, so that is fine, being that I use that criteria for making decisions at times, but the written one doesn't ask that, or it does ask that resident of Wixom. I guess it would just be nice to have them on there. I mean, I understand can't go public information, but it's our council packet. It's not really public, so it would just be nice to be able to verify the address that they're giving.
Okay, we can do that. Any other questions? All right, seeing none, I have a motion and a second to approve the recommendation to confirm the mayor's appointments of Carissa Serlo and Russell Meredith to the Downtown Development Authority with terms to expire June 30th, 2021 and June 30th, 2024 respectively. Peggy Van Sickle to the Parks and Rec Commission with a term to expire June 30th, 2022, and James Hutchins as an alternate to the Zoning Board of Appeals with a term to expire June 30th, 2021. Roll call vote, please.
Mayor Beagle,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Resnick,
Aye.
Councilmember Behrman,
Yes.
Councilmember Gotchall,
Yes.
Councilmember Grunland Fox,
yes,
Councilmember Sharp,
Aye.
6 yes.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, too, for that. And I really appreciate it. New business item number 2 is a recommendation to authorize the addition of an inline hockey to pickleball court conversion to an original contract for tennis athletic court repair with Goddard Coatings of Pontiac, Michigan for a cost of $10,250 from Gilbert Willis Park account number 411-751-986.541. Do I have a motion?
move to approve,
Support.
Let's see, Deanna McGee.
Basically, it's the contractor is planning on being there the 3rd week of May, and he was hoping to complete the pickleball conversion at the same time. So we're requesting just to move that money forward.
Any questions? Deputy Mayor Resnick?
Thank you. Deanna, in terms of filling the cracks, are they pretty wide cracks? Is there going to be any trip hazard with just filling the cracks versus a major cut and patch?
Well, basically, yes, the cracks are fairly wide. They're about 4 inches wide. So they have to repair them.
Okay,
So,
they
and
won't
then they'll
be filled
overcoat
with
it.
the butyl. They will not be just filled with the butyl and then.
No,
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none, I got a motion and a second to approve the recommendation to authorize the addition of an inline hockey to pickleball court conversion to an original contract for a tennis athletic court repair with Goddard Coatings of Pontiac, Michigan at a cost of $10,250 from Gilbert Willis Park account number 411-751-986.541. Roll call vote, please.
Deputy Mayor Resnick,
Aye.
Councilmember Behrman,
Yes.
Councilmember Gotchall,
Yes.
Councilmember Grunland Fox,
yes,
Councilmember Sharp,
Aye.
Mayor Beagle,
Yes.
6 yes.
Thank you. New business number 3 is a recommendation to approve an annual downtown flower contract with Landscape Design and Associates LLC of Brighton, Michigan in the amount of $33,192 and authorize the emergency purchase of brackets for the hanging baskets from Carlsbad Manufacturing of Carlsbad, California in the amount of $4,650 from Downtown Enhancement account number 248-729-956.006. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
support,
Thank you. Ms. McGee?
Before you is, as we discussed, the downtown flower contract. And what we're asking for is a budget amendment for 13,300 because that'll be the startup costs in June prior to the fiscal year of July 1. But we're excited about the program and anxious for it to get started.
Yeah, I think do we have any pictures or anything like that of what the baskets are going to look like?
The baskets are basic cardboard baskets, and then the flowers are pink and white. We didn't have a lot of choice. We were kind of at the verge of ordering or not ordering, so we pretty much had to take a decision way back.
Okay, with the baskets being cardboard, are we going to have an issue with those or?
No.
Okay. Any questions? Councilmember Sharp?
Thank you, Mayor Beagle. I don't know why I can't picture downtown in the summer. This is the first time we're doing the hanging baskets, correct?
Correct.
Because the company is from Brighton, and I've always noticed Brighton's downtown flowers, how gorgeous they are. Huge, overflowing baskets of flowers. You think, wow, that must be a lot of work to keep them watered. Is that what ours are going to look like? Are we going to have these? I mean, ideally, that's what they'll look like, I assume.
Ours are 17-inch baskets. Brighton has 24-inch baskets.
Okay.
But they'll still look nice. They do a nice job, and as well as they do Milford also.
Okay, and the daily watering.
Daily watering. It's very difficult to find a company that'll take on that type of contract.
Great. Look forward to it. Thank you.
Councilmember Berman?
The brackets, though, those are going to be something we're going to save to use year after year?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Resnick?
Thank you, Mayor. Again, I've seen the cardboard baskets in a lot of northern Michigan communities in the city of Waters and Bel Air, and they do hold up nice even through inclement weather. One of the questions I had was, will this be, I know there's 60 of the poles or 30 of the poles and 60 of the baskets or whatever. Will it be Pontiac Trail and parts of Wixom Road as it goes through?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we spoke with the DDA people last week, and I had given the contractor just a rough sketch, but they wanted to look at trying to get some on Wixom Road also as you enter the city. So we're going to revisit that before we put the brackets up.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it'd be nice, as you come north after you cross Total Soccer there. Great. Thank you.
Councilmember Brennan Fox?
Thank you. That was my question. So it was answered. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, any other questions? All right, I got a motion and a second to approve the recommendation to approve the annual downtown flower contract with Landscape Design and Associates LLC of Brighton, Michigan, in the amount of $33,192, and authorize the emergency purchase of brackets for the hanging basket from Carlsbad Manufacturing of Carlsbad, California, in the amount of $4,650 from Downtown Enhancement Account number 248-729-956.006. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Behrman,
Yes.
Councilmember Gotchall,
Yes.
Councilmember Grunland Fox,
Yes.
Councilmember Sharp,
Aye.
Mayor Beagle,
Yes,
Deputy Mayor Resnick,
Aye.
6 yes.
thanks. Thank you. Hey, Deanna, I just have one more quick question. How long will it take for us to get the brackets?
The brackets are anticipated to be here on May 25th,
Oh, not
24th,
bad.
25th. So if
Not bad at
everything
all.
arrives on time, they should go up the last week of May.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
New business number 4 is a recommendation to approve the emergency replacement of 2 steel garage doors at the Department of Public Works cold storage area by Altech Doors of Livonia, Michigan, at a cost of $4,689.17 from garage equipment account number 101-441-804.396. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Very good. Mr. Sigma.
Mayor, these two doors are on the cold storage. If you look as you're coming into the DPW yard there on the left-hand side, we typically store parts for our our backhoe and also our Bobcat in those areas. Recently, one of the doors failed. We have to prop it up with a 2x4 if we want to go in or out of it, and it just poses a safety hazard. So we do have additional monies in the garage equipment fund for this, and we'd like to purchase them now. We looked up the usual suspects. If you look on your report, we did put this out to bid for the police overhead doors back in August, and those were a little bit more expensive because they were double walled, for security purposes. And here at the DPW, they're not insulated, and so they're a little or they're less expensive. So we're going with Altech doors for the installation of two doors. They're approximately 14 feet in height. Be open to questions if you need.
All right. I just got, are we maintaining these doors? Because I guess for us to have an emergency, it just seems like we weren't paying too close of attention and maybe, planning for these. Were these planning to be done?
The garage doors that we have on the cold storage, we typically don't use them a lot, and they rusted up on us, and we hadn't anticipated that they were going to fail now, but typically with those, if we replace one door, it would have been less than $3,000 too, but we're looking to replace both of them, and needed to go to council for that.
All right. Any other questions? Councilmember Sharp.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Sigma, so I guess I didn't understand the letter that was the recommendation letter. First paragraph talks about bids from last summer for the police, and then we're using those bids to estimate how much the emergency repair is going to cost. So we expect it to be less than $46.89. Is that correct?
No, actually, it should be $46.89. We contacted each of the suppliers that we bid out the police stores with through the mitten process. So we didn't go through the entire mitten process for it. We just contacted each of the individual bidders or vendors that supplied us bids for the police stores, contacted them on our situation, and each of the three companies came out, looked at it, and gave us these bids.
Okay, so the police stores we installed were more than $46.89.
Correct.
Yes.
And they were just over $6,000 because they were insulated and
Okay,
double walled.
understand. All right, thank you.
And these won't be insulated because it's cold storage.
Councilmember Gotcho.
Thank you. I was just a little confused about the wording as well, because typically, at least in the past, when the term emergency has been used, it's that it was already approved by the city manager, which he has the power to do. And then the recommendation says this, we're just meaning emergency in the sense that it wasn't budgeted for, correct? Not that this has already been approved by the city manager.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none, I got a motion and a second to approve the recommendation to approve the emergency replacement of two steel garage doors at the Department of Public Works cold storage area by Altech Doors of Livonia, Michigan, at a total cost of $4,689.17 from garage equipment account number 101-441-804.396. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Getchell,
Yes.
Councilmember Grunland Fox,
Yes.
Councilmember Sharp,
Aye.
Mayor Beagle,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Resnick,
Aye.
Councilmember Behrman,
Yes.
6 yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. New business number 5 is a recommendation to authorize participation in the state of Michigan My Deal Extended Purchasing Program for the acquisition of new office furniture from Hallworth Incorporated of Holland, Michigan, with the installation by Interior Systems Contact Group Incorporated of Royal Oak, Michigan, for the police department and the city manager's office for a total cost of $16,778.46. Do I have a motion?
So
So
moved.
Support.
Thank you. Tim, you're on this one. You wanna?
Yes, sir. Thank you. So the police department has had anticipated budgeting for new new furniture for the records area and also one of the offices. And we had found that this Hayworth company is a My Deal participant, and we had them take a look at it, and they gave us quotes for this work. And recently we had trouble in the reception area of the city manager's office where the desk itself was delaminating, and come to find out, looking at it, it's over 20 some years old, and the lamination we couldn't get replaced, so we're opting to replace all of that. We felt that this was a fairly good price, and it would be installed through the My Deal purchasing program as part of the Michigan My Deal, and we recommend this at this time.
Very good. Any questions?
Oh, I'll ask a question.
Go ahead, Councilmember Sharp.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just, considering COVID and the move for more people to be working remotely, I think the city is pretty committed to having employees in person in the office, in the city hall. So are we making the most efficient use of the number of cubes or office spaces that we're buying, considering how we're going to be moving some people in and out, not everybody? I realize a lot of people will be working in person and not remotely. And I think that's the intent of the city, to primarily work in person. But can you just confirm that's been thought of when we've decided how much office furniture to buy?
The floor space in these areas are in kind to what we're currently utilizing, and we do not anticipate any loss of personnel because they are working from home. And Chief, it's your offices, so if you want to chime in.
Sure. Mr. Sharp, the two areas in the police station that Mr. Sigma has prepared this report for include the front desk records area, and it's the greeting area where we greet the public coming into the lobby. So I don't anticipate having any members of that workspace working from home in the near future because we have to keep the police station open. The other area in question is our detective bureau. And, at the beginning of COVID, I had a couple detectives working from home, and it just wasn't a great way to manage investigations because our detectives deal so much with prisoners. So I don't anticipate having detectives working from home as well. So to your question, I believe this is an efficient use of these workspaces, sir.
Okay, thank you. I just want to be sure it was considered, and not that we're just buying a bunch of furniture to support the Hayworth company, but we're being efficient with our needs. And I'm not questioning the need for new furniture, just how much. So, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? right, seeing none. I got a motion and a second to approve the recommendation to authorize participation in the state of Michigan's My Deal Extended Purchasing Program for the acquisition of new office furniture from Hayworth Incorporated of Holland, Michigan, with the installation by Interior Systems Contract Group of Incorporated of Royal Oak, Michigan, for the police department and city manager's office for a total cost of $16,778.46. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Grunland Fox,
Yes.
Councilmember Sharp,
Aye.
Mayor Beagle,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Resnick,
Aye.
Councilmember Behrman,
Yes.
Councilmember Gotchall,
Yes.
6 yes.
Thank you. New business number 6, the added-on portion of tonight's agenda is a recommendation to approve an energy choice agreement with the Michigan Municipal Risk Management Authority, the MMRMA, including annual renewals, and authorize city manager Steve Brown to sign the agreement. Do I have a motion?
If I may, Your Honor, before you
Certainly.
have the motion, I'm going to propose we add just a little bit of language to it. It was based on a review of the contract language where it asked for somebody to be designated as the representative for the city. And it more or less says that with me being the signer, but I was going to ask that we just flesh that out a little bit more and add the following language at the end, and act as the city representative for the agreement. Just to meet the terms of that 10.2, I believe is in the agreement.
City rep for Madam Clerk, are we good with that, or do I have to reread that with added on?
I have it. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Do I have a
Move to
motion?
approve.
Thank you.
Or,
Thank you. City Manager Brown, do you want to take this, or do you want Marilyn to handle it?
I can talk on it briefly, I suppose, unless Marilyn wants to take it. You know, she's participating from a on a vacation kind of a situation. So maybe I should let her talk. Go ahead, Marilyn, you talk about it.
Sure, I can talk. Good evening, everyone. This is an agreement that under our MMA membership, we are able to be a participant in. Through these programs, we're allowed to participate in both natural gas and electric supply. And in 2009, we became a participant in the gas program. But unfortunately, at the time, we could not participate in the electric program because DTE limits the participation to 10% of their electric load of what they produce in energy. So unfortunately, with that program, not many people, once they get in, drop out voluntarily. The only reason that some space has become available at this point is there was a large steel mill customer that closed down that was a participant in this electric choice program through another, not through MMRMA, but through another organization. So that freed up some space for other customers to be members of this program. So what we're asking this evening is to now be a participant in the electric portion of the program, because the other side for the gas has been pretty successful for us for savings over the years. We now have 5 accounts that would be eligible, that MMRMA over the years has enrolled those in the program so that when space did become available, we would be eligible to participate. And through that, those 5 accounts, we anticipate saving just over $16,000 a year in our energy usage cost. And that's based on the previous 12 months of usage. So we would expect that that would actually be a little higher once the community center resumes normal activity, because that wouldn't have had a lot of usage of that building in the past 12 months. So we would actually expect a little bit higher savings than our actual bills from the last 12 months. If you have anything to add or any questions.
No, nothing to add for me.
Councilmember Garland Fox.
Thank you. Hi, Marilyn. I am familiar with the MMRMA. However, I had no idea that they had these types of services. So that's great. Is there any cost to the city for being a part of this?
There is not.
Wow. So
No,
it's
no.
just a win-win.
Yeah, that's
Great.
correct. And actually through this program, I should add that MMRMA handles the billing. They receive it from the supplier and from DTE. And they actually track our savings going forward with this electric program, because the billing on it is a little more complex than the gas side. So they actually provide that service too, and there's no direct charge to us for that.
That's great. Thank you. I
There
support
is
it.
one minor service fee that gets tacked onto the bill, but it's not a separate charge or anything. It's a very per kilowatt hour and per million BTU units there. There's a slight charge that gets added on for MMRMA's costs in terms of setting up the contracts and getting the arrangements built and handling the administration of the payments and those sort of things.
Is that per month, Steve?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's per usage unit. It's on 6.2.
Okay, thank you.
It's not a separate cost like Marilyn said, though. So,
Right. Yeah, we don't have a set fee for that. It's just based on the usage, and that's built in. Above and beyond that is the 15% savings.
Right.
Okay, great.
Counting that, we're still saving that. Yes, correct.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Deputy Mayor Resnick.
Thank you. Marilyn, is the billing still via DTE or do we get billed now through MMRMA?
MMRMA will consolidate the bill just to make sure that everything is billed properly through the DTE still remains our service provider per se, that they still own the lines. If you have a problem, you contact DTE. You know, if you have a power outage or anything like that, that all remains through them, but the actual gas or the actual electric comes from Constellation Energy. So those two parties come together with MMRMA, and then MMRMA makes sure that the billing is what it's supposed to be according to our contract.
Okay.
So they basically filter everything from DT and Constellation.
But DTE is the service provider still.
They are. Yeah, they still own all the equipment, the lines, and all those things.
All right.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none, I've got a motion and a second to approve the recommendation to approve an energy choice agreement with the Michigan Municipal Risk Management Authority, MMRMA, including annual renewals, and authorize the city manager, Steve Brown, to sign the agreement and act as the city representative for the agreement. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Sharp,
I vote yes for free money.
Mayor Beagle,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Resnick,
Aye, and good job, Marilyn.
Councilmember Behrman,
Yes.
Councilmember Gotchall,
Yes.
Councilmember Grunland Fox,
Yes,
6 yes.
Thank you. That concludes the new business portion of our meeting tonight. We'll move on to the call to the public. The rules to the call to the public are the same as the first rules that I read, only this time you may speak whatever is on your mind. And remember, since this is an electronic meeting, once connected to the meeting, please press *9. That'll activate the raised hand feature. And then when you're called upon, when you'll be called upon one at a time, please state your name and address and your reason for addressing the council tonight. Do we have anybody for the second call to the public?
Yes, phone caller with the last 4 digits of the phone number 6783 has raised their hand. Press *6 to unmute yourself and go ahead and address the council.
Hi, good evening. My name is Vanessa Willett, 1455 Cranberry Court, Wixom, Michigan. I wanted to comment on 2 of the items tonight. As far as the mayor's appointments, I want to thank the mayor because I know how hard those appointments are to get. And I wanted to speak to Carissa Cirillo and Russ Meredith real quick. I know Carissa wasn't able to speak for herself, but she is a business owner in downtown. She is also chairperson of our organization committee on the DDA and has stepped up prior to this appointment to do that. And Russ Meredith is consistently emailing me and communicating with me pictures, ideas, and I think he's going to be a great asset to the DDA. So I thank Mayor for finding those folks as well as the other folks on here. I think sometimes we as residents and members of the community or businesses forget all these folks are volunteers, and it's really a commitment and a big commitment. And for all of the committees and commissions, I appreciate their time. On item number 3, again, as I'm also the chair of the DDA, we are very excited about the flowers downtown. We've been looking to add to the beauty of the downtown, and thank Deanna for all her hard work. I know this has been on her list for many years, and we're happy to be able to help participate in this on the funding and placement of the baskets, and hopefully future more baskets. And appreciate the city manager bringing this to our attention this year. So every time I drive through Brighton and Milford and frankly Ludington and some of the other cities that I've driven through and see the baskets, they're just beautiful. And I think it's going to really make a big impact in the downtown. And with regard to the question of the brackets and what we're going to do with them, they do stay on the poles, and the design committee has already been talking about doing something for the winter months, whether it be a winter accented wreath that is lighted or some other design that they come up with, potentially doing something else for the winter months to beautify the downtown. So thank you to City Council for approving this, and we look forward to continuing these types of projects. Thank you.
Thanks, Vanessa. Do we have any other speakers for the call to the public tonight?
Phone caller with the last 4 digits of the phone number 8405. 8405 has raised their hand. Go ahead and address the council.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, good. I just wanted to make sure. Good evening, everyone. My name is Linda Hyaduk, and I am the district director for Senator Jim Runstead. My address is 201 Townsend Street, Suite 7500, Lansing, Michigan. I thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. I am here on behalf of the senator to remind everybody that we are here for all of you, including the citizens and the city of Wixom. The easiest way to contact us is via our website, which is www.senatorjimrunestad, RUNESTAD.com. And for those that would like to, you can also reach us by phone. And our phone number is 517-373-1758. I am so impressed with what I'm hearing about, all of the citizens and the volunteers coming together to beautify the city of Wixom. And the senator's also been very impressed with how you've all dealt with the difficulties and the unprecedented challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. We are continuing to deal with the fallout of that, including, and thank you very much for referring people to us, people who are suffering from the inability to receive unemployment benefits. So if there are any constituents listening, or if there's anybody from the local government that knows somebody that's having an issue with that, please feel free to contact our office for help for that or anything else. I just want you to know that we're also available, and I'm sure that the city of Wixom officials know this, to assist in grants. There's a substantial amount of federal money that's coming down, federal funds, and we'd be happy to assist with either helping you find grants or to provide letters from the senator to support the city of Wixom in gaining funding. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak, and I hope you all have a good evening.
Thanks, you too, Linda, and looking forward to seeing you and the senator at one of our events this summer.
Absolutely. We will be there, and I'm looking forward to when I can come and see all of you in person again. I miss you.
Hey, thanks.
Mayor, if I can chime in with an editorial comment on that. Both Linda and Senator Runestad have been super helpful on so many different things that I wanted to say thank you to them personally on that front. Just today, we had somebody that we referred on a constituent service matter that had contacted the city. And Linda graciously agreed to make contact with the person and help that person out with an issue that was at the state level. And the senator has been fantastic to work with us and stays involved with us on the Beck Road widening project that we're working on in terms of finding potential funding sources for that important critical project for the city. So I just wanted to say my personal thanks in addition to what I'm sure everybody else can see from the kind of support we get from Linda as well as from the senator. I can attest to it personally. We appreciate it and wanted to say thank you. So we appreciate you coming out and saying hello, Linda.
Yep.
Well, thank you.
I can vouch for that too, because Linda and the senator helped my neighbor with a issue that he had too, and it was very much appreciated.
Well, thank you all. We're just doing our job, and we continue to be here for you. So just if you need anything, email, call, or Facebook message us. Thank you.
Yep, you got it. Any other members of the audience wish to speak tonight at the second call to the public?
No one has their hand raised at this point. We'll give it just a moment. Again, *9 to raise your hand to address council. No one else has raised their hand.
All right, we'll close the second call to the public and move on to city manager's comments. City Manager Brown.
Yes, just one item for the city manager update that I wanted to accentuate a little bit for purposes of people that might be watching the meeting or watching it later. We do have something that Councilmember Gottschall had requested a while back, that we pursue the idea of having a local vaccine clinic here in the city of Wixom. We were pursuing that on a couple of different fronts, and Commissioner Phil Weipert likewise providing great service to the city of Wixom. When I contacted him about the potential idea, he readily offered up an idea that I then pursued, and has led to the information that's being presented to you this evening in relation to a vaccine clinic that we're going to provide at the city. At the community center, there's going to be the first shot of Moderna vaccine that will be available on Tuesday, May 18th, with the second final shot following on June 15th, again for Moderna vaccine. The services provided through Ready Nursing Solutions, which is a partner agency of Oakland County. They've been great to work with in terms of getting this set up. Deanna McGee's done a great deal of work on this, and thank you, Deanna, for all that you've done to make this a reality. But we're going to have that vaccine clinic happening in the city on Tuesday, May 18th for the first shot, Tuesday, June 15th for the second shot. Ready Nursing Solutions is basically handles it on a turnkey basis. They're going to handle the signups for it. There's brochures that have been made available, flyers that have been made available. They would like to have appointments set in advance, but they are also going to take walk-up traffic on the day of the vaccine clinics on Tuesday, the 18th. And then those that get it on that first date can follow up on June 15th as well. So we're excited to offer that. We're hoping that that'll just be another level of convenience for people that have not yet received the vaccine. And we're hoping that we'll be able to bring a few more people into the community that have that vaccination on those dates at the community center. So if you're interested in participating, you can feel free to contact us at the city. You can feel free to contact Ready Nursing Solutions as well. Deanna, do you have anything you want to add in terms of how to reach out for the appointment?
And do we know approximately how many doses they'll have?
We've basically scheduled 10 per, they have a system already set up, so they'll take a lot of appointments.
Okay.
So they'll let us know if we need another date, but I think they take 10 per hour, or I mean, 10 per hour for 8 hours. So there's quite a few.
Okay, good. Councilmember Gremlin Fox?
Thank you. Steve, will this be, or where will this be advertised besides in the Friday blast? Where else are you going to kind of post this, and so as many of the public can see it as possible?
Through the city manager's office, we've done that email blast, the weekly Friday email blast. That's going to be done one more time before the event. So we'll have another one coming out this Friday. We've done Facebook posts, Twitter posts. Deanna, what else do you want to talk about on that?
It's already been on the marquee. It's on our website. The city manager's office has done a really good job of promoting it from their end, as well as Kathy Venegas from our end. So we're good.
The next step from my end, I'm going to be contacting the apartment property managers to try to get some information out through them as well. So that's something that I'm going to take care of this week to get the word out with their residents as best as possible. Deanna has had some signage ordered that's going to be available as well that we'll place out in front in advance and on the day of. So we're going to do everything that we can to get the word out as best as possible and try to get some more people that are interested vaccinated and improve that level of vaccination in the community, which will be to the benefit of everybody.
That's great. Thank you very much for doing that.
Yeah, Deanna did all the heavy lifting. Congratulations to her. So
Thank you, Deanna.
It was a team effort.
Anything else, City Manager Brown?
no, that's all I had today. If anybody has any questions that I can try to answer, I'd be happy to do so. Otherwise, thank you.
All right, seeing none, council comments. Councilmember Berman.
Just thank you to the residents that stepped up to serve on our committees. I'm glad to see that those are getting filled. It looks like we still have 1 or 2 openings, so I don't know if you have more people in the mix, but
No.
if anyone's out there looking to get involved, find their way to our website to fill out the interest form or fill out the form at City Hall, because it'd be nice to have the 2 remaining spots looks like we still have open, filled with other residents. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right, very good. Councilmember Sharp?
Thank you, Mayor. I have no additional comments this evening. Thank you.
Good. Councilmember Gacho?
Thank you. I wanted to thank everyone involved in setting up the city vaccination clinic, especially Deanna, for doing that. Everybody gets to do our little part to getting to 70% so we can all go crazy again and safely crazy. But then I also wanted to share my condolences with the Bird family on their recent loss as well. Bird family is a big part of our Wixom family, and I was sorry to hear about their recent loss. Thank you.
Councilmember Glenn Fox?
Thank you, Mayor. I too wanted to share my condolences with the Bird family as well. And also thank all the residents that are stepping forward to volunteer for the various boards and commissions. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor Resnick?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I also wanted to extend mine and my family's condolences to the Bird family and the loss of Jim Sr. Great loss for the city. He's been an integral fixture, especially here off of Charms Road, for all of my time here in Wixom and his family as well. Thanks to all the volunteers. I think it's great to see people stepping up. I know Russ Meredith, he and I are going to be eternal neighbors. I'm on the same penthouse as him in the Columbarium, so I know he'll be a great addition, and he's not afraid to step in and speak his mind and also, add his guidance for his many years of experience. And I know that the rest of the appointments as well. I really thank all of you residents for volunteering. It's great. Again, it's great that we got our vaccine clinic. Thank you, Deanna and Phil Whitebert and all for getting that moving. Also, one thing I wanted to bring up was we had discussed it in the budget session this past year about the importance in our IT department of doing our vulnerability and penetration testing by a third party. I think this recent example of the Colonial Pipeline will show how important this is. And FBI released some statistics from the FBI Internet Crime Complaint Center this week, and it showed local government right up there with healthcare, energy, oil, gas, and utilities in terms of the propensity to be hit by a ransomware attack across these different sectors. They released some further data this week that showed the share of organizations in each sector that reported being victims in 2020. And they had data from 2006 organizations that were actually hit by ransomware attacks. And local government was third in line behind healthcare, energy, oil, gas, and utilities in the 70th percentile. So I just wanted to point out that, this is a growing problem in our nation. And local government is not immune from this, and it looks like to be a very likely target from the attacks that have occurred in 2020. So let's keep that on the radar and prioritize it this year. Thank you.
Mayor, if I can make an editorial comment there as well in response.
Certainly.
Drew Benson, our Assistant City Manager, Director of Economic Development, has been actively engaged on that for the last week or 10 days, gathering information about what available bidders there are, what kind of opportunities there are out there. Drew, I don't know if you want to make an additional comment on it, but Drew's working at that pretty steadily, and we're going to be bringing something forward as we get some additional details figured out.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. Steve covered most of the high level points. There are various programs specifically through My Deal. The state has gone through and done an RFP process for having various options for local governments to have these services done. We're still looking at what specifically the services that are provided are. Are they more of a review of your policies and procedures, which are important, but is there a penetration component as well? So moral of the story is we're looking into it. There are some funding grant opportunities that go along with this. So we're exploring all of that and making sure that we have a complete package before it's brought to you all for consideration.
Super, appreciate the attention to that. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's an important initiative. I think we do need to get that taken care of. It's definitely a risk for us, so we need to take a look at it. So thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All set, Deputy Mayor?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, very good. Thank you. Yep, and I too want to send my condolences to the Jim Byrd family. Jim's been a long time friend of mine, neighbor. He's been a fixture in this city for a long time. All his family still lives here. His family works for the city. It's gonna be a big loss. It's gonna be strange not seeing Jim right up to the concerts with his visor with his fake hair and stuff like that. So good thing. A lot of good memories. And then just want to thank all our volunteers for stepping up to our new appointments this week. I'm very excited, and I'm excited to see what they're going to bring to the commissions that they're going to be volunteering for. And with that,
Mayor,
motion.
Mayor, one more thing. I'm sorry. I wanted to step in for Rob Smiley, Councilmember Rob Smiley, who's not with us this evening because of his inability to participate today. He wanted to make sure that he had his condolences passed on to the Byrd family. And then on a happier note, he wanted me to wish you a belated happy birthday from May 4th, sir. So happy birthday. Man.
Thank you. So with that, can I have a motion to adjourn?
You don't want us to sing first? Motion.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Go ahead. Just let me.
You go first.
Go ahead, Tom.
Let me shut my sound down here. No.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Or
Thanks. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Thanks, guys, for a great meeting. Everybody have a good night. Have a good weekend.
Good night,
Take care.
everybody. Thank you, everyone.
Nice.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thanks, Rob.
Good night. Thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
Good night.